Um, so a lot of you have heard me talk about this vertical axis idea, and it's not really an idea, but it is talking about our point of attraction. And if we think about the fact that we're moving into more universal energies because we're moving into universal love. So, like, we went from whatever we defined as love to unconditional love. And even that seemed to have conditions of like, I accept you, kind of like I expand myself to include you. I see you for all your faults and deficiencies and still embrace you. Like, that whole thing is like the criteria on the criteria. And now this universal love, which is love is your birthright. Love is your being, and love is also who I am. And it changed all these things with regard to our relationships. So not only did we go through like this quarantine time of detaching from time and space and the order that we were so used to of cycles, and moving into more of a magnetic point of attraction to not just our desires, but what we're holding in our field. And sort of by virtue of that, experiencing lots of what felt like turmoil and disconnect, and really kind of, I would analogize it to say that I felt like a different vibrational being, even during the day, like 2 or 3 different expressions of myself. At one point, I could be feeling incredibly, grounded and open and loving. And at another point, I could just be bearing the weight of it all. And in the same circumstance. And so I've talked about this. They describe this as an elevator that used to have 12 floors and now it has 24 floors. So we're working within this 24-dimensional scale. So we're working with universal energies, our star systems, and we can get off the floor of the elevator and have the same experience with a different vibrational observation, point of attraction, and see it differently depending on how we approach it, how we feel about it. And so this vertical axis, which I'm just going to talk briefly about again, is this idea that our core light, our core being, and if you were to look at it as the chakra system, our 7 chakras expanding to the soul star and the earth star, but then also going all the way to our source star, right? Our highest source of being. So our star seed, place of birth. So this core light extends all the way up to where we came from, our star dust, and comes all the way to the crystalline core of the earth, because we are rewriting the script. And if you think about this as being like a pencil, it's almost as though we're using this context of where we came from to integrate all of our experiences through this body to rewrite the story on the earth. And so you can kind of look at it as a pencil, and as your human body moves, it's actually etching in history a new grid. And so if you think about that in the context of what you're experiencing, of course, we're going to be feeling one way, one moment, and one way the next, because we're always integrating the realities that are in our field, meaning all the people around us, all the people that vibrate with us, all the people that are moving through the same type of experience that we're moving through, in order to etch the highest potential within that experience. And so if you look at this axis that I'm talking about, that goes from your star to the seed of life, the core of the earth, you are also a magnetic point of attraction, meaning that just like the sun, you are drawing into orbit all of the things, all of the energies, all of the experiences that are somehow tied to you, either through your past, through your desires, through your hearts, through your thoughts, that you need to distinguish, discern, understand, see. So it's like feelings and thoughts and limiting beliefs, but also like scars, where did this scar come from? And like, what did it do to expand me? Always asking the question, what is this showing me? What is this teaching me? Where is this bringing me? So we're having all these experiences kind of like mixed in, and it's just like that. It's like those cookies that it's like the kitchen sink cookies, it's just like every day you have a bite of something different. And like sometimes the cookie is delicious and sometimes you get like the, I don't know, dry bland oatmeal cookie or, I don't know. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. But they're also talking about the fact that we're moving into this equinox, which was yesterday or today, depending on how you look at it. I kind of feel like it's more today. That's just my feeling. But where there's a state of balance, a state of stasis. And the state of stasis is always a place from which we can move from, a place where we can come into the 0 point field. And if you don't remember, this is just taking the breath down to the sacral center or the solar plexus, wherever you feel drawn, and feeling that expansion of the quantum field. And so if you can get into that 0 point field, they're telling me all the time that as we are still, they're able to impart us with the codex that we need for whatever we're moving through. And so that's why meditation really works, because we've taken this time to step out of the experience and be able to balance ourselves with what is coming in a more attributable way to our potential. And so it sort of realigns us. So this equinox being a great realignment of the 0 point for humanity. And so today's meditation really talks about the fact that we're moving into the divine I am, which is the 12th dimensional aspect. So we've kind of moved from 5th dimensional beings to 7th dimensional beings, and now we're working with this 12th dimension. And, if you came from Pleiades, you're right at home. If you're Arcturian, Lemurian, any of these, previous generations that came from our past are coming through more loud and clear than ever, and bringing us into this universal love, which is the true balanced being that knows that we are here to be the benefactors of our experience and share that with others. So that's what today's attunement is about, is coming into this this divine I am in a real present way. And so lots of context today, not always to me the fun part, but it does bring us into a special attunement. So thank you for joining. I don't want to take too much more time talking. So coming into the body and taking a moment to close the eyes and finding breath and taking breath as your birthright, as your divine birthright, as we breathe in deeply through the nose and out through the mouth. And allow the body to sink into awareness of the earth and this still point that it presents upon the earth, this grounded point of attraction for our whole being, from our star seed, from our solar system, all the way to this human vessel on the earth and all that came before us and the ancestors and all the cords and threads that we have in a good way to the past and to the future. Integrating all of it as we breathe, and breathing in and breathing out. And allowing your awareness to come into the body directly. Awareness sinking down either to the solar plexus or to the sacral center. So just below the heart and at the base of the ribs, or all the way down just below the belly. And wherever you feel sort of butterflies or lightness of being, leave your awareness there as you breathe, and use this as a point of return throughout the meditation, as an awareness of the quantum field and the vast potential of all that is for you. And as we breathe into this 0 point field, Know that it is through our awareness that we integrate all that is within us. It is through our awareness that we move into love in a more centered, as a more centered being, as a pure core light, a point of attraction of love, where all that we are is centered in the beingness of love as a source of grace and a source of light for all of humanity. As you hold the earth as your home and the very distant point of attraction of your organic home, your source of soul, your source of spirit, your source of core light from where you came before this earth life. And as we integrate all of this, know that the core light knows your soul, knows your spirit, and knows your path like no other. As a core light being, you are divine. You are the masters of unity, the master of your destiny, and the master of your experience. And through this virtuous soul that you are always able to integrate all that you are through this tipping point of the 0 point field. Know that you are always here as your awareness comes in to this tipping point of what is potential for you, of what is expandable within you. And as you breathe and relax, allow the shoulders to move up and back. As we open the heart, and this awareness within you of all that you are as expanded, of all of your radiant field. As the heart opens, you expand beyond this physical form and create an orbit, a point of attraction for all that you are and all that you expand to be within your experience. And as you breathe, you continue to expand the light, and expand the vibrational field of the divine I am of your being, coming into pure potential with all that is. And today we receive this context and message as you release and relax and integrate all that is of service and releasing all that does not serve. As this point of attunement and this point of information is resonant to all of you in some way. We are the masters of unity and the divine I am, coming through for the highest good of humanity at this time. For today, we shelter all that is ahead. You may ask, why shelter? Why keep what is ahead at bay? Because we see, know, and understand that the currency, the exchange of what is coming, acts as a deterrent for what is occurring now, a distraction for what is occurring now. When we share what is ahead, it moves you from the point of attraction of where you are to the point of attraction to where you are moving to. And this moves energy that is made as a grounding and embodying influence of today. And at this movement and the next, you can see and understand what is important. You are able to be present to what is at this moment and every single form of life that surrounds you at this moment. And within this moment, you are synchronized with order, with a divine order, and you are manifest, vibrationally fluid with the earth in a reality that is unfolding for you. And much like a seed needs the sun and the rainwater to grow, you are needed to help the others in your light to grow. And if you are advancing at a higher rate than those in your field, your light and vibration, they will not receive the benefactor. They will not be the benefactors of growth. It is the sun behind the clouds for a few days that are integral to the seed's growth. Without the sun, the seed is stunted, perhaps stopped. It is important that the seed receive the light codes to enable it to express its dormant DNA, to blossom and grow. And much like the sun, you are carrying the order, the codes for humanity to feel, see, and understand, to integrate into the field, into their reality. And as they integrate, they will be on the path of what is to come, and all will be aware of what is ahead. We offer advance to you, give you comfort, guidance, and deliver you with insights. And today we will offer what we can, as well as deliver the codes and context for what you are uniquely moving through. But want to register with you the vital and beautiful being that you are, not only to those around you, but to the universal grid. You are speaking a language of design and integrating light that has never been seen or felt before. It is unique and prophecy energy, and it will initiate changes that have never been implemented before. Of course, each day on the earth, each rise and fall of the sun shows new hope and new horizons, new potentials for every human being. But this is universal light. The prophecy has been seen in visions across your earth for eons of time as the resurrection of life as it was designed. A perfect, radiant living being that models within and without, inside and outside the design of light that is divine. You are moving into a template we call the divine I am. And this 12th dimensional model is the human in its most perfective form. You are integrating these codecs every moment that you receive its potential. As we announce, you are attuned to the ideas and to this resonance as you begin to resonate with it. Imagine your design as a loving and expanded source of light, and experience what it reflects as a unique being of universal love, a being that holds humanity in its splendor, all of life in its resonance, and regards the earth as a source of wisdom and honor that it is. This is the rainbow prophecy embodied. There will be great changes for you now. There will be immense changes within you. There will be a moving in and moving out, a reshuffle of your human relationships as you are embodying a new design. the template for your love, the attributes you carry, and the model for your path are all organized in order for you to expand into the birthright you carry as a star seed. If you are here, you are a star seed. And as the divine I am, you are expressed as a being of light and are experiencing a metamorphosis. Like a caterpillar, you are changing form, and as you do, all that you experienced as life is changing. Where you love, where you live, where you grow, all of these aspects of your experience are being renegotiated. They are within your design, and how you see them and experience them is being renegotiating, reformed in your own design, in your own model. So you, the human, are orbiting life differently. You are the source of your experience and not the witness or the experiencer of it. And this means that you must draw to you all that you value and desire and all that you hold true to the feelings that are deep within you. Feelings are the deepest source of wisdom. The storm is what is integrating within our experience. And it shows us and helps us to see what it is that we feel and what it is that is changing within our experience. When we honor these feelings, put them in front of us and not deeper and deeper hidden from view, we become aware. Because this is what you are experiencing as we pause you. As we explain before, you are holding the design for others who are on the grand design of your human being, your human vessel. And in this moment, this pause in time, this pause in your reality, you are aligning to feelings that have been held at bay, feelings that have been shadowed or held from you, and feelings that reflect a new reality, a new point of view, and a new lens to see you as you vibrate greater love. And this love expands you and intensifies in a broader way. And as this love changes, so does the intensity you feel for the humans who have been integral to your life. A flow of gratitude and reverence for all that they have brought, and at the same time, a release of expectations, a release of the experience that they have brought you. This is the overlay of this grand design that takes all that is and all that you are into the feelings you bring to humanity. When you see the greater story, the simple changes become easy to integrate. The highlights become brighter and the energies become more subtle. Energy becomes the navigator for greater experience to be drawn as you center in exactly what is putting you, pulling you, what is calling you, what is filling you up. As all of this rectifies and aligns, you are planted on a path of intense and beautiful discernment of what remains and what is incident to you as pain and fear become strengthening influences and desire takes a new form. And let us breathe, breathing in and breathing out. and breathing in and breathing out. And another breath in and out. And in this breath, within this breath, there are codes, codex. And in these codes, there are potentials to highlight your grandest design, the human angel, the divine I am, the divine design. And as you take in the breath, all that brought you here to this point of attraction, to this stasis, this stillness, becomes a matter of what you know as experience, as the influx of light that you are taking in within each breath unravels the complexity of what you are going through, what you are moving through, what you are processing, what you are discerning, and what you have been navigating, pressed to decipher, needing to integrate, lays into a beautiful, perfect design before you. And as you breathe, you begin to feel the wonder of life, the beauty of all that was there for you, of what life has brought you, of what life has shown you, what you have been taught, and all that you have been engaging with, and its tipping point. The grand view becomes clear. The reason for all of it becomes clear. All of it becomes a view. It comes into view. And you can see what strengthened you, what taught you, what moved you, what helped you to grow out of the human template and into the grand design. And as you breathe, you are breathing in the attunements of the grand design that give you the lens to see, the space to see it, and the perspective that allows the model of this design to come into view. And this agency for you is templating the future based on your deepest wisdom, the wisdom that you can now hold, the wisdom that you can behold through this vision, through this divine plan. As the attributes become clear, the feelings bring clarity, the feelings become clear. What is the truth of me? What is it that I value? What is it that I become as I value who I am? And what this experience has taught me? What life has designed for me? And in this, the master sees the work before them and reveres from where they came as a masterpiece. Take a moment, taking in all that you have learned, all that you have experienced. all that you have strengthened, all that you have opened yourself to, all that you have learned for yourself to grow perfectly, beautifully into a morphosized design of divine light. You are a gift of love, a program of the light has held you here in pure potential while you grew. And while you experienced all that is, as it allowed you to create a viewpoint of the grand design at this moment, as this moment becomes the mastery, and the next becomes a vision for what is to come. Holding this vision for what is becoming within you, within your design. As the unfolding begins one breath at a time. Honor the legacy, the lives you have touched, all that you have created, all that you have been as a source of love and guidance to those who needed you, and all that you have brought to the earth, all that you have created in your human design. Your legacy, your family, your creation, your wisdom, honoring it all. As we take in what is coming as a master would, knowing that we are receiving all that is needed in each moment of discernment, as we share, what is this telling me? What is this showing me? What is this teaching me? And as you do, you are templating potentials in your grandest design as a divine I am master, as the rays honoring your path become part of a beautiful, resplendent design. And so it is, and it is so. As we receive this grace again, taking in all that is, and breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Revering what life has shown you, what you have been taught, what you have been engaging with, as a tipping point to the grand view as it becomes clear. The reason for all of it begins to come into view as you see what has strengthened you, what has taught you, has moved you, and what has helped you to grow out of the human template and into a grand design. As we breathe in the grand design, and with it the lens to see, the space to see it, and the perspective that allows this design to come into view. Templating the future based on your deepest wisdom, the wisdom you can now hold true, that you can behold through this vision, through this divine plan with clarity. The feelings bring clarity. The feelings become clear. What is the truth of me? What is it that I value? And what is it that I become as I value who I am and what this experience has taught me as life has designed for me? As you, the master, see the work before you and revere where you have come as a masterpiece of design. All that you have learned, all that you have experienced, all that you have done for yourself, strengthening, opening, learning, growing perfectly, beautifully into a morphosized design of divine light. A light of pure potential. As this moment becomes the mastery, as the vision becomes clear for what is to come, holding this vision for what is becoming within you, within your design. And the unfolding begins one breath at a time. All that you have touched, all that you have created, all that you have been as a source of love and guidance, all that you have brought to the earth through your human design, honoring it now, taking it in as a master would, and receiving all that is needed in each moment of discernment. What is this teaching me? What is this showing me? How is this moving me? And templating potentials in your grandest design as the divine I am master, as the rays honor your path, your unique design. And so it is, and it is so. And as we breathe into the solar plexus, the center below the ribs, as this design templates as the spirit, soul, and being of the divine I am. As this breath deepens into the source of power, the sacral center, the 0 point fields become threaded within the soul, within the spirit, and within the pure potential of the light. And so it is that you are free of the burdens and liberated to the call of your own design, uniquely filtered to you as you are prepared. And so it is. And breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And one more breath in and out as we attune you to the field. And so it is. And breathing in and breathing out. And taking a few moments of rest as I close the meditation for today. And we ask that you see that today is a still point, and that the work will begin till tomorrow. That as you see the serendipitous moments, know that we are willing you to see them, and that the work will flow with ease for whatever you are called to within the space of love. I'll sign off quietly for those who would like to continue to meditate, and I thank you for the blessing of your being here today. Have a beautiful day.